Bethesda has recently unveiled a wealth of Starfield lore presented in the form of a timeline. This timeline is brimming with narrative intricacies that connect the 280-year saga of humanity's inaugural endeavor to colonize space, a narrative journey Bethesda aptly dubs the story so far. Ahoy folks, this is Craig signing in for Pure Xbox, and because we're rapidly closing in on the official release of Starfield, we're going to take a look at all of that new Starfield lore, which should keep you excited folks happy for a few more days at least. Get yourself strapped in, cause we're off. Our narrative doesn't commence in the present moment. Instead, let's direct our attention to a future not too far away. Merely 27 years from today, 2050. Space travel has progressed to a stage where the colonization of far-off planets has transformed from a mere possibility into a tangible reality. It's no longer a question of how, but rather when. Fast forward to the year 2100, where the once distant dream of humans setting foot on the surface of the Red Planet has been realized. Mars now serves as a pivotal mining colony, marking a significant leap in the progression of space exploration. The Martian colony of Cydonia has taken its place as an essential cornerstone in humanity's ongoing journey through the cosmos. After effectively establishing a foothold on an extraterrestrial planet, harnessing its abundant resources, and making significant strides in grav drive technology, human starships have achieved the capability to manipulate and fold the fabric of space itself. This newfound ability allows them to chart jumps across star systems that are separated by vast light years. The year 2156 marks a pivotal moment when humanity ventures 4.37 light years away from its origin, ultimately reaching the Alpha Centauri system. Here they touch down on a planet reminiscent of Earth, christened as Jemison. It's been 3 years since humanity's initial arrival in Alpha Centauri, and during this time the United Colonies have been formally founded. The UC stands as a centralized republic, encompassing a multitude of member colonies spanning various star systems. At the heart of it all, the UC possesses control over humanity's most formidable military might. The subsequent year witnessed the establishment of New Atlantis, marking humanity's first and primary settlement in space. Situated on the planet Jemison, this settlement would later ascend to the status of official capital city for the United Colonies in 2161. The inhabitants of New Atlantis hold principles of law, discipline, and the preservation of humanity's heritage in high regard. They perceive themselves as the genuine descendants of Earth, carrying its legacy forward. With uncertainty clouding their role within humanity's interstellar governance, a libertarian faction under the leadership of Solomon Coe directed their aspirations towards the Cheyenne system. In 2167, their endeavors culminated in the establishment of Aquila City, the system's inaugural settlement. Enclosed within walls and characterized by a Western-themed ambience, this colony's inhabitants hold the belief of the inviolability of personal liberty and individualism. 2 decades and 1 year have transpired since the inception of Aquila City. During this time, the notion of breaking away from the United Colonies has spread across various star systems, Voli included. Solomon Coe, seeking to forge a connection between the Cheyenne and Voli systems, extends an invitation to the people of Voli. The objective is to establish an alliance, leading to the creation of a libertarian coalition named the Freestar Collective. This coalition was formally established in the year 2189. In 2194, the United Colonies strategically deploy a star station named the Clinic above Dipala, a planet situated within the unaffiliated Narian system. The inhabitants of Narian interpret the arrival of the Clinic as a deliberate expansion effort by the UC, prompting them to demand a swift removal of the star station. These demands are met with a steadfast refusal, leading to the people of Narian to hold a vote on joining the Freestar Collective, to which they do. Within the span of a year, the Freestar Collective mobilizes a substantial military presence to safeguard the Narian system. Showing no inclination to yield to the latest addition in Freestar's expanding alliance, the United Colonies make ready a substantial military fleet. In the year 2196, they advance into the Narian system. Responding in similar fashion, Freestar readies its forces, marking the commencement of what becomes known as the Narian War. For 2 decades, the clash between the UC and Freestar Collective rages on, a relentless and brutal struggle that leaves no side standing as a clear victor. Instead, an acrid bitterness born from the conflict only deepens, and the desire for an end to the bloodshed gains fervent support. Then, in the year 2216, a moment of pivotal change arrives. The UC and Freestar Collective finally set aside their enmity, putting pen to the Treaty of Narian, a document that marks the cessation of the war's fury. Amid the inked signatures, they also forge a common ground, the formalization of the term settled systems, designating colonies beyond the realms of both the UC and Freestar Collective's dominion. The echoes of this accord resonate not only as a cessation of the battle, but also as a monumental step towards a fragile, yet pivotal peace. Fueled by a constant determination to safeguard the principles of freedom and individuality for its populace, the year 2221 witnesses the inception of the Freestar Rangers. This distinguished corps emerges as an elite unit tasked with both shielding and probing, wholly devoted to ensuring the well-being of its citizens within the Freestar Collective. With peace reigning between the two governments, progress gets back on track. In 2275, a passionate group led by Sebastian Banks and joined by 6 other forward thinkers forms Constellation. Their goal? Exploring the mysteries of the galaxy. This journey is anchored by The Lodge, constructed in New Atlantis. It's meant to meet Constellation's ongoing needs, acting as a hub for support and learning for generations ahead. 3 decades elapse for Constellation, and in 2305, a charismatic scientist named Barrett joins the renowned space organization. His life's purpose becomes devoted to unraveling the age-old question, what's out there? In the distant reaches of the settled system of Lunara, the Freestar Collective embarks on farming endeavors upon the planet Vesta. This appropriation of resources in unaligned territory doesn't go unnoticed. By 2308, the United Colonies asserts that the establishment of a farming colony in a 4th system by the Freestar Collective violates the terms set out in the Treaty of Narian. Efforts at peaceful negotiations between the two governing bodies swiftly crumble, and before long the UC launches an invasion of Vesta. This offensive exhibits little leniency, as anyone involved in defending this planet is met with ruthless force. The year 2308 marks the onset of the second major conflict between the UC and Freestar Collective, which comes to be known as the Colony War. Amidst the unfolding political upheaval in the Lunaria system, a different story unfolds. In 2310, Constellation acquires its inaugural artifact, an alien puzzle fragment hinting at a grander reality beyond humanity's scope. The mere act of touching an artifact is believed to induce visions, yet the enigma remains unsolved. In response, Constellation securely lodges the artifact deep within its own archives. After enduring 4 years of relentless conflict, a climactic moment arrives during the Battle of Cheyenne. The civilian inhabitants of Aquila, including the mothers, fathers, sons, and daughters, unite with the Freestar Collective. Together, they employ hit-and-run tactics, launching their own vessels to dismantle the formidable UC naval ships. And then, in the aftermath, the battle reaches its conclusion. A number of years down the line, and a direct reaction to the Freestar Collective's strategic employment of civilian ships, leads to the establishment of the United Colonies Vanguard. This civilian navy takes on the mission of eradicating the influence of pirate factions known as the Crimson Fleet, along with any other pirate groups active within UC territories. Serving in the UC Vanguard carries a notable reward, attaining citizenship within the United Colonies. In 2319, a distinguished UC soldier named Sarah Morgan receives a promotion to lead the UC Navigator Corps, becoming the youngest head in history. However, her tenure is short-lived, as her division gets disbanded the next year. Undeterred and full of unrealized promise, Sarah Morgan endeavors to channel her skills effectively and joins Constellation. However, the passage of time hasn't been gentle on Constellation, as the once legendary organization teeters on the brink of obscurity. However, a glimmer of hope emerges when Walter Stroud, the co-owner of Stroud Eklund, a leading starship manufacturer for the settled systems, recognizes Constellation's potential. In 2321, he steps in as their main financial supporter, breathing new life into the organization. In the subsequent 6 years, Sarah Morgan assumes the role of acting chair within Constellation. During this time, several noteworthy individuals join the organization's ranks, including Vladimir Sull, a former member of the Crimson Fleet pirate group, Matteo Cartri, a theologian, the skilled scientist Noel, Sam Coe and his daughter Cora from the Freestar Rangers, and Andrea. With the addition of Barrett, these individuals collectively form the current members of Constellation. Meanwhile, in the year 2326, Barrett stumbles upon the original artifacts stored within the Constellation archives, unveiling its exceptional significance. Within the next 2 years, Barrett successfully persuades Constellation to acquire Star Station L868 and transform it into an advanced deep space scanner affectionately dubbed the Eye. And here we make it to the year 2330, marking the beginning of Starfield. From what we know so far, the player's journey commences as a miner working with the Argos extractors. Engaging in routine mining duties, a particular encounter occurs when the player unexpectedly comes into contact with an artifact. The interaction with the artifact leaves the player unconscious, and upon awakening, a higher-up from Argos extractors will fill the player in on the situation, as well as sharing how they've notified Constellation about the artifact's presence. And that's us up to date. If you've enjoyed diving into the lore of Starfield, be sure to stick with PureXbox.com for all of the latest Starfield coverage, as well as subscribing to the channel here as well. And if RPGs are your thing and you need one to tide you over until Starfield, or you just fancy playing a top-notch RPG, then why not check out our video on the top 10 RPGs on Xbox. As always, thanks for watching, and bye-bye for now.